Hey Justin, how you doing?
Perfect time. Right as we start.
Yep. gotta start up right.
Yeah, right. So how's everything going?
Pretty well. Back here in California now after visiting you in El Paso last weekend. And it is currently not raining, which is nice. We're in San Diego, so it usually doesn't rain as much as it has been. And we got back from El Paso where it was super dry and clear skies and everything, and it was raining. Okay.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, we are supposed to get rain today.
Oh, well, there you go. We're supposed to get rain again next week, but we have a little bit of a respite. How's things by you?
It's supposed to rain. That's about it. Cool down. But things are going. We're going to be at GDC next week.
Yep.
So we're not going to be doing Sonic Boom Live, but for those of you joining us for the first time, Sonic Boom Live is typically a news broadcast about the game industry, where we cover like the latest game industry news, but less rumory stuff and more actual industry goings on. Cover stuff from anything from unionization to Microsoft purchasing Activision or any other major game company purchases, to like industry changes that you'd expect, or like major advances in, say, like Microsoft streaming services. So we tend to focus on that, but we've been getting into playing games, and because we're a developer of a game audio tool, we decided to check out Hi-Fi
Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush, sorry, yeah, Hi-Fi Rush. And now it makes me think I put Hi-Fi Rush in like the social media. So we decided to check out Hi-Fi Rush. I'm playing, so I am trying to manage talking about the game, because we have game design experience. We're from the game industry. Talking about the design, playing, and managing to keep rhythm somehow, and typing to people periodically.
Yeah. I'm trying to take the typing off your hands, but we'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're basically gonna play the game. I'm gonna do more playing than talking. Eric's gonna be talking about game design aspects of it and kind of what we think of the game. For the most part, we talked about all the design early on, and now we're kind of just getting into the rhythm of playing it. Mostly because I don't think the design is like that different. Like, it's like they haven't introduced new mechanics that have given us something more to talk about. So we've already talked about all the like issues we have with the mechanics or things that we think are cool. There's not much more added to it, so I kind of feel like we keep talking about the same subjects if we keep talking about the game until something new comes up.
Yeah. We'll chat about what we like, or about a scene, what works, what doesn't. Try to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
We'll see. This is live, and Justin has not played this part of the game. I've been playing it on my own, and I'm a little bit ahead, but I do that so that I can speak knowledgeably about what's going on while Justin plays, to alleviate some of the pressure on him while he's trying to do that. Because if you've never actually streamed and played a game at the same time, talking about a game while you play it and stream is very challenging, and major props.
One that requires you to keep timing.
Yeah, right. So like, super props to everybody out there, all the other streamers who are able to make a living off of this and somehow make it look so easy to talk and play at the same time and be responsive to the audience and everything. It's a lot. So
yeah, you want to just like hop right into it?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's dive in.
And if anybody's following, if you like what we're doing, just like and subscribe, because it helps us kind of, or something.
That's the expectation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. My guess it helps the YouTube algorithm to give prominence and attract more viewers. But anyways, let's just jump into it now. And yeah, the game's there now. Just get it back in focus because I can. No, Windows don't do that.
That's Windows.
Yeah, Windows, if you hit the corner, it's just like I'm gonna go give you like a it's like the what do they call it, the portfolio.
They're all tab menu view.
No, it's not even all tab. You hit the corner and it gives you like it's the same thing as Mac's
The expose.
yeah, expose view, where it's like here's all things you open.
Oh yeah, I don't know what Windows, the Microsoft's brand name for that is.
No, it's automatic though, which got annoying. Anyways, let me get into the game. There we go.
Rhythmic tooting.
Yeah, coming at you, save file will always return you to the hideout. Yeah, I feel like last time I was in the hideout, or last time. So where we are last, from where we picked up is, I think we just defeated the second boss.
Yep.
Which was the
big robot, right?
No. Well, was it? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because I think the first boss you fight is the woman with the arm.
Yeah, before that, you fight a robot. Then you fight the woman that was like, I don't know who she is.
Oh, maybe it's true. Yeah.
But I thought there was another big robot that I fought.
So it looks like I can modify your energy source to micromanage your abilities. I know you want to be a rock star, but we need to work together.
So this is one of the times I was talking about when you see the 3D model's face, like right here where she's talking, it's just the mouth opening and closing a bunch.
Yeah.
When you watch her face in the 3D model view, when they show it,
with a few broken Armstrong
the
parts,
mouth has like a lot of
skills. I went ahead
lip
and made
syncing
you
going
one
on so that it looks like she's actually speaking. It's higher fidelity than the thing that's more in your face, right there.
It's all about you, isn't it?
Anyway,
yeah, very
we'll need to
also
equip
very
these for them to
anime-like,
take
where it's
effect.
like
Oh yeah.
cheap animation by doing expensive animation.
Yeah.
Right now, you don't have many slots to work with, but with some upgrades, you can mix and match skills.
Yeah, this is welcome to
bring me back
the
any
menu
Armstrong
tutorial.
parts you find, would you?
I'll keep an eye out.
Can't go back to attacks as much as I have 40,000 points. So
To spend on new moves.
yeah.
Yeah. I haven't in my playthrough tried any new special attacks other than the one they originally give you. It just seems pretty, flexible. These, however, I've unlocked a whole bunch of these in the game I'm playing, but they give you more flexibility in terms of what you do.
There's no way I'm.
I honestly think what it does is like you can spend the time to figure out and get every move, but it's like SSX when you play that game where you're like, I don't remember what all the different grab buttons do. You get a feel for where the zone is.
Yeah.
Like, as in what part of the board you're going to reach for and grab.
Mission report.
But certain moves,
So
you just sort of like
according to the
try to
files I
randomize
saw,
it and hit it
Spectra
up
is a
to
multifaceted
vary
cognitive
the
AI
attacks.
algorithm.
I see.
You know what?
And then
Let's keep
SSX
tech talk
moves, I
to a
should say.
minimum. Anyway, Spectra is an AI, and AI development happens in the R&D branch. And the R&D
Yeah.
branch is deep below the island, using magma as a natural power source for development experiments.
That is not good.
Interesting is
Actually, it
that's
is.
actually a real
Being
thing.
underground lets
Yep.
us potentially avoid security.
Geothermal
Plus,
energy
the
to
lava is
run,
actually a
server
natural
farms.
and environmentally friendly source of energy.
I think they
Okay,
did that
sure.
in James Bond,
Anyway,
too.
who's this
One of
guy?
the-
That's the head of R&D, Zonzo.
That's why they always
He
have
runs
like
the
their
whole branch
hideouts
from the
in
AI labs.
Which means I'll probably run
actively,
into it.
volcanically
He
active
looks
volcanoes.
insane.
Yeah.
Reviews from workers aren't
They can
too
be off
hot
the
on
grid.
this guy. He's a perfectionist.
Free heat
Scrap
coming out
and
of the
build
ground.
until
You
it's
might
right.
as
well
use
You build it, he
heat
scraps
houses,
it.
heat water,
Creator complex.
run
But that
server
hair.
farm.
Neural interface. His ideas are everything, so he modded himself to directly input his concepts into the work pipeline. Anyway, we sneak in,
Yep.
hack his computer, download and destroy Spectra, and get out.
Easy peasy.
I like how the cat's just farting music.
Yep.
Chai,
Rhythmic
get there yet?
toots.
Ow. Yeah, I think I found it.
I don't remember the controls.
It's like X and Y are the attacks. Well, I guess for you, triangle and square. And then R1 is dash, L1 is that.
I probably don't need to tell you this, but don't step in the lava.
Ugh, give me some credit here.
Didn't want to take any chances.
Perfect.
Okay, lava's perfect.
Yep. Remember the R button, or R1.
Yeah, it's a dash.
And you have a double jump. There you go.
We're on the lookout for any suspicious individuals. Human, messy hair. No need to panic, but if encountered, please run away and contact security.
And
They've been
the
planning
voice
some
acting
R&D
and the,
expansion in that area. Should be your ticket in.
Yeah,
everything is so
as long as I
smooth.
don't melt first.
Writing, that's what I was going to say.
Hey, you!
Nice.
You're not part of my crew.
Oh, it's doing the arms close.
Yep.
Try this out.
For those who haven't seen this before, the way that it works is there's a backing beat that's, you know, basically a 4/4 time, and various pieces of the UI blink and move on that beat. And Justin gets bonuses to his moves, his damage, and that kind of thing. These little special timing circles. If he manages to attack, or at least input his attack controls at the right time, at a musically on the beat, let's say. And there's also reinforced by the people in the background going, "Hey!" whenever he does it. The score is reflects how well you do it is one part. The just timing is a thing. I also suspect that just timing is a Japaneseism. Yeah, because it's a little bit of a jank term, right? Like when you hear just timing, what do you think it refers to?
No idea.
You gotta get that thing. Oh, just read all the details. Yeah, apparently. So just timing, like just in Japanese, when used by a Japanese person, can be a little bit different. It means like just timing means perfect timing, effectively. Like how good is your timing? Did you just hit it?
Looks like
Is the
some
nuance
explosives
there
set to
that's
clear the
trying
rock
to
formations.
Well, let's clear them.
handle. It could just be like if it was going to be, you know, just the timing aspect, they should have just labeled it timing. But when they say like it's like just barely is the nuance that is conveyed in Japanese when it's just. So that even though they have an American on the production staff there and the design team, I suspect that was a Japaneseism that is in the Japanese version, and then they didn't bother to translate for the American version.
Got lost.
Yep.
Yes.
I think if you go around the other way, you might be able to get to another tower as well. Gotta get... Oh my goodness, look at all those goodies.
Did you find those in your playthrough?
I did find those on my playthrough. This level, for me at least, was pretty long. Like, it took a while to get through this level. Oh, maybe I was wrong about the other side. Oh, these guys are fun.
It's too hot. I can't do it. We aren't even programmed to feel the heat. Fix the jet. What up? Why do they always pair me up with you?
Can't be bothered to listen to the whole thing.
Nope.
Oh yeah. See, they should be showing the next timing circle before the second timing excuse me, the second timing circle before the first timing circle.
Hitting the right key now.
A is X and B is circle.
It's a hit. Like A's your hit normal hit button. Or no?
No, that's X.
No, I'm really hitting the wrong button. Order.
Yeah, hit
timing.
X. That's X on your controller.
The jump.
Yes. Yes. B is circle. That's square. X is square.
This is so much fun for anybody watching.
Yeah. You got two. I think that's just a hold as well. When you get it, you just have to hold the button down. Like this is Elite Beat Agents.
That's jump, right? Like, what am I doing wrong?
Or Os Tatakai Lendan. If anyone's played the Os games, this UI should be very familiar. Did you not notice that Y appear?
No, it's the same thing with like Capcom games where like where they do this thing where it's just like what's it called? Context sensitive
Oh yeah. QuickTime
events, yeah.
Yeah, this is a really poor implementation of the UI. If this were OS or some equivalent, they would show. They'd already. In that case, they did show the Y. It came up before the X.
It went in a different place where you're looking.
Yeah, it's not long enough to give you a heads up to understand when you need to hit it.
Well, that was.
And it's not. I don't think it's terribly it's not interesting enough. And for a game that's like rhythm is optional, that's a very odd thing to include and require progression.
Yeah, I think not only that, but it's in a QuickTime event, like.
Here we go. Try this out.
In a QuickTime event, like, I don't know what's coming next, and I have to be either really aware of what's going on, or this is why it's like them moving the Y position to a different spot than you've just been looking. It just seems like a cheap trick to the user.
Right, it has value and meaning in the games where that is the gameplay mechanic. You didn't talk to the guy fishing? Oh my god. Well, anyway, in the games where those controls are like OS, which is based off of Os Tatakai Lendan, a Japanese game for the DS. Elite Beat Agents, those in the Western audience may better know. Elite Beat Agents.
I'll take my air conditioning.
Those are meant to be handled with a stylus, and they've sort of adapted that experience, that rhythm experience, to this gameplay. So, like when there's a hold, the hold just moves instead of dragging it. In Elite Beat Agents, Os Tatakai Lendan, you're supposed to click and drag and follow that little thing as it moves. That clearly doesn't apply here. You don't have a stylus when you're playing with a controller. But one of the other important things that they do in that game is they'll have a bunch of timing circles appear before you start to input, which gives you heads up as to where you're going to have to be looking next. This game doesn't do that. It doesn't manage that as well, which creates confusion and a sense of urgency and stress that just feels unnecessary if they had just taken the time to do it. It's still, for a game that's ostensibly rhythm optional, it seems very weird to have it be there, and you have to play it a bunch of times in order to, and fail in order to get it. And now Justin is playing some of the rhythm combat. Uh-oh. get that last timing circle, huh? Yeah.
Having trouble with that.
We cleared it in really good time.
Maybe they're just taking pity on me and how bad I'm actually maintaining my rhythm.
Well, at the end there, it looked like the rhythm got better.
Don't worry about it. You did not mention volcano peppermint!
Usually that's implied when talking about magma.
Oh, yeah.
Communication is important to a working relationship.
Well, next time,
Very true.
communicate to me when you're gonna mess up my plans again.
Alright.
I feel like most recently the game I played where I saw the like circle that shows where things are falling was, oh god, what is the name of that?
God of
Play
War.
safety is our top priority.
They don't do that in God of War, do they?
This volcano is deemed perfectly safe and harmless.
Pretty sure they do it in
investigation team.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, when you're like waiting. Oh, yeah, when like you're getting.
They have arrows that they shoot at you and stuff in downtown. The B button. Yeah, there you go. Circle.
See that?
Woo! Uh-oh.
Totally normal robot guy.
Yep. It's the robot equivalent of a centaur.
Got a weird one!
A wild Tevia has a few. Hi, Tevia. So you're still at the point where you have not been instructed. What's that called? Not what parries. There we go. Oh yeah, keep in mind that if you hit the, you can use that special, and then to recharge yourself, you can hit them down on the D-pad to recharge that. You have a hiccup.
That took a lot of focus. But
Yep.
I did it. I got it.
You got it. For those who don't know what that reference is, there's a.
I feel like no one should have watched that movie.
Yeah, it's a movie called, was it Dreamweaver? Dreamcatcher. Yes, thank you. And in the Dreamcatcher movie, there's a character who has some sort of mental disability and or challenge, and when he does something to help save the day, and his name is Duddits, and he goes, "I Duddits" at the end, which is sort of we reference it a lot because it's just such a weird. We all came out of the movie theater, Justin, myself, and some friends, and we just couldn't stop talking about that line because it was so out of place and weird.
It was just a very poorly written movie.
Yeah.
And direct. I mean, it was really a lot of not good in that movie.
There was it had its moments. I'll say like there's one or two.
At the end.
Yeah, and the toilet scene, but like we don't need to go into details on that.
Let's talk about the toilet scene. No, let's do that.
That you end up getting at the end of this level. You'll meet someone who helps with that wall. You just pass through the area where there's a guy. There's a robot. When you read all the little pads, there's a robot who's been carrying around or setting up signs, the little arrows, and I think that's what he might have been. So last time we played this, Justin was really struggling with dodging versus what's the term? Grappling. Because one is L button and one is the R button. And the main way to handle not getting hit by stuff in this game is to dodge. So when you get those two things mixed up, you end up losing a lot more life than you may have hoped. So Tevye mentioned to them that this game technically destroyed Forspoken. I'm curious. I mean, I haven't played Forspoken, but what exactly do you mean by that? Wait the 20-30 seconds while it's 5-10 seconds while it's the YouTube buffer breaks up to see what they write. Don't forget you can hit the down key on your thing to use that power. Very nice.
Did it. And I didn't die somehow.
Yep.
That was pretty close that whole time.
Your little battle intermission where you had your little cutscene with the 808.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nice. I don't know what that was. Step down here. Certainly is.
3, 2, 1, go!
Is it X again?
Yeah, it's any of the either of the attack buttons. So X or Y. There you go. Remember the last time we played this?
Yeah, I had to do that like 7 times.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, you couldn't get it.
It's like I have enough mental capacity to do like the base moves.
Yeah. Yeah, Tevye brings up that this game basically came out of nowhere and is amazing, and that's sort of a surprise, a welcome and nice surprise. I completely agree. The polish on this thing is through the roof.
Yeah.
And are we reading this one?
I'm trying to get to where I can actually see the comments, because right now on the,
I see. So you're letting me read it? Wow.
No,
yeah.
you can do whatever you want now. I just was trying to see so I can look over and I can see some saw that.
The comments coming through. Yeah. So, yeah, like Tevio follows up with mentioning that the video game industry has recently, in recent years, released more broken or bad titles just to get things out the door. That is true.
Terrible,
being able to
Just
update
get in
after
there.
shipping sort of enables that.
I think also that could be probably
Since you continue to avoid my email, Sanso, I'm making this
the
public.
rise in like
No
mid-sized
more budget
publishers and
approvals
publishers
until this
have
defect
games that
fiasco
kinda have
is
to
done
follow.
with.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
So it's like this is the case with
dare interrupt my
CD
creative
Projekt Red
process,
has
Roper.
released their
The
games
gears are
basically had
turning in my
pressures
mind
from
with passion.
outside
Investors.
investors.
I don't care about
Yeah,
passion.
like,
I care about
This has got to get out the
profits.
door to make your numbers for the year. And
Spoken like a true money man.
the product comes out the door.
Enough. Just
Yeah.
have security with
That's sort of an extreme example, of course.
Yeah, it is, but
When do they ever?
representative, I think,
Let's just
of,
keep
like,
focused.
a larger problem.
Yeah, possibly a less big one. Well, it's not out yet, but it did just get delayed. Was you can still hit that thing and get more stuff out of it. Okay. Well, the other game that I was going to mention is Kill the Justice League, which got delayed, and they did it presumably. I mean, big publisher back game. Presumably, they did it in part to open up a window. I mean, this isn't speaking to why it was delayed and shipping a product that may need an update, but more about one of the aspects of being a publisher, which is like planning your game's release compared to other games. You know, say Diablo 4 is going to launch and suck everybody's allowance for the month. You don't really want to go up against that and try to compete with them for that month's big game. So if you can sort of own a release window, all the better. And a lot of the time they strategize around that. So that can also affect delays and timing adjustments. This game is small enough and a new IP and not an IP that is like licensed, so they can just sort of drop it whenever they want. And my hope is that it is doing well, because this would be great for Microsoft, who's been a little bit struggling recently to get games sort of that are unique to the platform, specifically the Xbox platform. PC gamers are enjoying a bit of a golden era right now, I think, but yeah, keep hitting them. Good timing.
They really make you like rail on that thing.
Yeah, they do. Gives you an opportunity. It's sort of a practice dummy. Oh, you did it.
There are more of these than I thought. I wonder if I can find all.
Yeah.
You say that every time.
I don't know. I think there might be at least one other thing that he says. Yeah, Tevia says that Kill the Justice League should not have been a live service from the beginning, and I actually literally didn't know that it was until the big 15-minute play that they showed off. I had thought it was like a single-player optional multiplayer game.
I mean, I'm kind of of you saying that's like not necessarily wrong that they pursued that as Warner Brothers Studio. I think
Sure.
the problem is that like Rocksteady has specific skills and strengths in the way that they develop games, and this type of game does not really leverage it at all. And that's the thing that's disappointing. It's like, oh, this studio would be much better off making a single player or even like a cooperative player game, but instead they use their talents on creating a live service game that seems a little boring.
Just
And
get those
this is without
security
playing
tests
any of it, so I
done.
can't really say for certain, but
Transfer
Yeah.
magma power
certainly
to
is
Lab
not
44.
impressing anybody.
Access
Right,
to
like
ALF
that's my
pursuit
understanding is
testing
that
complete.
I came out of the last
I need to
15-minute
get to
show
those
being
AI
like,
labs.
or 10
I
minutes, whatever it
just
was,
told
going,
No access until
now I'm
testing
less
is
excited about
I
it.
don't know.
And there's a lot of stuff that was like, oh, that's how it's going to play? Okay.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling I'm not alone. I saw some reports
I
come out
think
where,
universally, no one likes seeing properties and companies that they really enjoy products from making live services games.
right.
Rude. You didn't even recognize me.
Unless
Why
they're
are
a
you
company that has
upset?
excelled at
We
making
are
live service
supposed to
games.
sneak in.
Yeah, I mean, if that's
Thought I was-
what they do, then your expectation is, oh, the next awesome live service
So
game from this
humble.
company. I know
I'm
what
sure
to
your
expect.
fans
Yeah.
are all in
Rocksteady,
Lab
you're like,
44,
okay,
so
well, they
go
make
ahead there.
really awesome Batman story-driven
Open world games, yeah.
Yeah, where-
Metroidvania-ish.
Right. I mean, you can go and there's little puzzles to solve and mysteries to unlock. And maybe there's some of that in this game, but they really showcased like just sort of multiplayer combat, arena style combat it looked like. But it's PvE instead of PvP.
Yeah.
And they sort of pull the camera back and do a bunch of stuff so that you can continue to see the broader scope of the world, which is very, very different from the very personal experience that you get with the Batman Arkham game. But
Yeah, it's kind of like a case of like wasted talent, I guess.
maybe. We'll see again. We don't know. But yeah, it could. Our anticipation is like based on our understanding of what games have been made in the past and extrapolation from the
Design and
footage.
prototype
I'm with
constructed
you.
to spec.
Yeah.
Yawn.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
see.
so
Like,
look-
I'm just not
Volunteers
that
into the lab.
inclined to play it, which is even more.
Oh,
Like,
about
I don't really want to
time.
play live service
Test
games.
volunteer.
Oh, just in general, yeah.
Really,
Please
like,
enter
play
the
live service
chamber.
or even, like, PvP
With haste.
games, so.
Where do I get the impossible task? Well, at least
Haha, that was fun.
Supposed to get a Superman game from Rocksteady that wasn't a live service game from the
Sounds
very
always a
beginning.
passion.
This person I wanted that Superman game.
Yeah, I've been rumored for a while, a
So-
Superman game.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, yeah, that could be really cool. I'd love to play a Superman game as well. But
One better than the N64 Superman
yeah,
game?
it's like it's still one of those games where you're like, I don't know how you do that.
Right, that's the thing. Like, okay, you can fly, shoot lasers out of your eyes, are super strong. You can lift and break basically anything in the
You
world.
should be invulnerable, basically.
Oh, there's more stuff behind you.
Yeah, there is, but it doesn't look like I can get through because there's a door here.
Oh, wait, turn around. Yeah, maybe not yet. But if you go down, did you go? I might have been talking and reading. Did you go and talk to those guys
Yeah.
in the thing? Yeah. Okay. Little funny moments. This game does a lot. It has a lot of charm that they add to basically every level.
Yeah, and I'm the person that's going, I'm not even bothering listening to it. The
Right.
question I have is like
Right.
whether
Skip.
or not this stream is even watchable because YouTube looks like it is so janky.
Is it? I guess I have to go
Is
look.
your YouTube stream like really, really slow?
It not really slow, but it is a little bit hitchy.
It looks like it's running at like 15 frames a second.
It might be. Yeah, that's a challenge that we're trying to figure out. Is like, what are the specs that
dedicated hardware for
encoding?
Yeah.
Or an expensive NVIDIA GPU.
Test subject unidentified.
Yeah, I didn't realize how
Why is the image scrambled? Something's overriding our cameras to 40p. It's unviewable.
Ah, just get this over with. Activate the security lasers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Tevia
Just
brings
call
up
me in.
again the
I
point
can
of
help.
this is going to be Kevin Conroy's last game, so fingers crossed it's really good.
Hey, it's been a while, but
Yeah.
Chai's back with something new.
And there is that whole thing about live service games, so
If you
servers go
parry
down,
exactly
you
at
can't
the time of
necessarily
an
play
enemy's
again.
attack, you can knock the energy
Which
back
is
at
true. The exception,
on beat.
hopeful
No
exception, I
need to
actually
run.
sort of doubt it,
You said
given
it best.
that it's a
How
licensed
about we give it a
property.
try?
It would be that they would be able to release a like you can play it on
This
your
little
own
guy.
mode,
Don't worry.
and
He'll tell you how many times he's
like
gonna hit
local
you.
multiplayer
First, we'll see and hear the timing. Here's
Which-
how it should go.
should absolutely have supported that from the get go anyway. You know,
Now you give
like
it a try.
LAN party game, like a great LAN party game.
Remember to parry during the attack phase after the timing circle appears.
Circle, the button is circle for you.
Not bad, but you're gonna want to master this to stay on top.
So isn't it weird? There's so
Alright.
much
How about we
UI
get
in
back
this.
to it?
Yep.
Chai, did you just black
Oh,
out?
no offense taken,
Hey, I don't know.
Tevia. We
Doesn't
need the
matter.
feedback
Watch
and
this.
to understand. Like we normally cover news, and so we don't really have a great rig set up yet
Accuracy
for
test initialized.
gameplay capture. And this is like our first game. Well, yeah, our first
More
PC
data.
game. We did play through A Way Out on the PlayStation. But that is a little bit easier to stream because it handles all the streaming stuff for you. Proper copying and all that other stuff.
It exploded. That's not the
That's
design.
double hit is weird.
I added it in.
Yeah, it's all
So
like it's all feel
self-destructs.
after you get that first timing.
Well, it's also like it doesn't make it clear that you don't just parry it. You parry it and it gets a second shot
hang
and
of
it
this?
gets you again.
Well, yeah, you have to parry each hit, and that's showing you the two hits and the lightning bolts. The distance between them, I'm not sure. I don't know that it has any meaning. It just shows you the number of strikes. So you have to listen for the rhythm.
Yeah.
That the lightning
like a trap.
hits, and then the first
What
circle,
if
timing
it
circle,
really
will
is a
tell you
bastard?
when the first hit of that cycle happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, apologies to everybody for the choppy frame rate. At least
Yeah,
you can
I
see
didn't
sort of
realize
what we're referring to.
Bad as it is, unfortunately.
Another day, another mess that needs the cost. But I'll.
Yeah.
What? You missed all of that.
No, I got all of it.
It's like the Family Guy episode where I can say the entire alphabet in less than a second. It just goes at.
I'm locked down. It's a hack.
So good.
unhack it.
Peppermint? Is that you?
For once, I'm not hacking anything.
Oh boy. Armstrong Circuit. Yep. Don't skip the robot. They are pretty funny. The request is that you don't skip robots. They're a lot of humor comes from them. That one's got a lot of life. There you go. Look at all those cans. Oh, this guy. Are you going up to them to skip them all and be a troll? I don't remember what that guy was.
To the center of the
said.
room for your prize. Oh man, they fell for it. This subject is an idiot.
Very perceptive, Zonzo.
Those laser drones were Corsica's design.
Yeah, the dialogue. Tevye mentions the dialogue. That dialogue with Sebastian and his partner Joseph, the robots, is really funny. I agree. It's very entertaining. When I see them, I'm like, oh boy, a little vignette.
Regular
A
enemies
little
won't
entertaining
visualize their attacks.
comedy
They can
vignette.
all be parried. Just
Yeah.
Just as planned.
Struggling with this one up.
Yeah, well, because the tells after, right? Like, they go, I'm gonna attack you, and then... But also, like, am I doing damage to it?
Effective. Blow these up.
I
and
don't
send more
remember.
in.
I think you have the opportunity to in some of them, but they won't. Yeah, I know.
They just force it off for a while.
Yeah.
some attacks hit multiple times.
Yeah, and the two robots, the detective robots, are, as Tevye points out, a Evil Within reference, which Tevye says is a really awesome game. I haven't played it yet. It reviews very highly, but at some point I hope to play it.
That sounded like it hurt.
Yeah.
Nice, Jai.
Nice.
I'm actually impressed.
Oh, now you've got a whole... Yep, your health is full now.
Goes.
Yeah, the parrying... Oh boy.
It's tough, because it's like...
Very
They do
tough.
a tell, but then it's like a on beat when it actually goes, which is the secondary tell.
Yeah, I mean, it also, when you're in combat, you're already tracking so much stuff, and to be able to like look out and find one of the 8 enemies that are
Jai?
on you that are
A
about to hit
private
you, and
mail
timing a
just
parry
came to me.
correctly,
use the
on
side
top
move?
of the timing you're already doing to attack
What is
and
going on
possibly
here?
dodge and
For the
whatnot.
first time, I am as confused as you.
It's a lot.
I have to say, our stream is so chunky.
I hope we're not. I have us muted on our thing.
No, we are too. We're none of it's recording us right now.
At least our audio's coming through clearly. That's good. Because if the audio was coming through all broken up, that would be rough. Oh, it's another one of these. I think that's just don't do anything. Not the circle button. There you go.
Yeah, our stream is really struggling.
And you're already down at like 720p for the resolution on it. Right?
So I think it's just asking the CPU to watch the streaming to you, streaming to online, streaming your video via Google.
And that's all from that one computer?
Yep. That's why.
I wonder if there's a way. Well, yeah. We'd have to see how good like another like a Discord capture would be. That might, I mean, I'm looking at a Discord capture right now, but it's also from the same machine. When the game plays for you, is it smooth?
Yeah.
Okay. At least there's that. The main game experience is good. Look at you moving on the dude.
What did I miss?
You missed talking to about 80 robots.
Yeah.
They sent me here to fix it. Look at.
I feel bad because, like, you know, there's people who spent a lot of time making this game. And I'm just like,
You've done
yep,
well
yep,
when
skip
we're
dialogue.
focusing. But how about a real throwdown? This is all pretty expensive, Sir Dewey. I want this, so do it!
Worst project lead. You did it, and you didn't need to parry it all.
Remove those security lasers here!
Oh yeah, here you go. I think these things, when you parry, you deflect. There you go.
Because you keep
I have faith in you, Justin. You'll get there.
Enough questions, more enemies. Actually, they're not enemies, but they're on our side.
Actually, they're not enemies, but they're on our side. Very nice. not as bad when there's the lines are like under your feet. Like, you're doing pretty well on the areas there. In fact, you got an S. Look at that. Ooh.
Send in the brutal.
Oh no.
We haven't done field testing.
Yep.
This is the test.
They literally just dump them.
Got like the,
Here's one of my new ones, and it's hiding a little secret.
Here we go. Go get him, Shy.
Don't forget you have your special.
Didn't my inner voice tell me about this?
No, I haven't yet.
Go on.
Enraged enemies will pull you into an attack that can only be parried. Look for the timing and parry back for a chance to take them out in one hit.
alright.
Nice. Straight up S on the third time.
All right, enough
I mean, I
testing.
know I didn't get perfect
You've
on that.
earned my
but I guess
respect,
it gives me.
whoever you are.
Yeah, it's they're pretty forgiving on the timing circle.
I mean, it's a lot to take in very quickly to not mess it up on the first try.
Yes. I definitely did mess it up.
I
Congrats.
don't know how, but you survived that.
If this doesn't get me in the lab, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
Yay,
I'm
you
still wondering,
survived.
who was helping us out with all that hacking back there?
I didn't feel like help. More like someone was just messing
I think if you
with
talk to that
something.
robot, it's like, oh my god, someone finally made it. Because they've been here forever.
Wow. Someone survived. Well, my job here is done.
Very, very Portal.
Yep. Oh, new attack. I think that robot was one that was like put here and effectively got lost. Yeah, here we go. Oh,
Very nice.
Well, if it was one of the frames that the video capture grabbed, someone could pause and read it.
If it's one of the frames, like one of the...
Yep.
One in every 30 frames is captured right now. I feel like I'm torturing people by making them watch this.
Maybe a wee bit. Oh yeah, that's another door you can't open yet.
So where'd I end up that I wasn't supposed to?
You went over the wall. That's where you came from.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess I should follow that. Oh, I see.
Yep.
That's Anzo, huh? Sure is something.
Yeah. He got promoted to head of R&D after Kale took over the company.
Doesn't quite echo the Vandalay image I've had up till now.
The company switched gears under him, going from helping the world to protecting their bottom line.
Dun 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 dun.
Nothing over here.
Nothing up this sleeve. Nothing up this other sleeve.
like that's a tease.
Yeah, right.
Just ahead.
So this was our pesky test subject. Mr. Chai, was it?
That's Mr. Chai to you.
That's what I just called you.
Okay then.
I am Zon.
Yeah, I know. Zonzo, head of R&D. Look, dude, I'm not gonna serenade you.
They call you a defect.
Okay, why is head of
But I
R&D
find your
directing and
enhancements
putting like
enticing.
information in the
More
system?
about it.
Well, because he has all these designs he wants to
saw
try,
the
and so he's just like,
But
I'm
how
just gonna put my
about
designs
your
right in, so it builds them.
Give it a go, go, go!
I feel like
Bypass.
they're like mocking designers.
But enough
Oh yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Have at you!
That's how I want it.
If you hit, I think if you take out that little stick that all those warning lights are coming from, you can break all their shields at once. Or you can, I guess, just use Peppermint to take down the shield with the one There you go.
Go get him, guy.
Nice. Now you get a cutscene.
A bit
Maybe
quicker
not.
than expected, but no matter. How about a brand new Zanzo original?
Good to me.
My new Z
Yeah, Zozo.
feeling.
Debbie mentions Zozo is a JoJo reference brought to life. Yep.
I can't even dig it.
Just as I expected. Impervious.
What is that voice that just as I expected? It reminds me of there's like a anime or something that sounds like not an anime, a cartoon or something. Maybe that someone was they were what's the word? Channeling. There you go.
Chai, we need a different approach. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna just use this gripper.
Reason with it.
Well, we had a good run.
Look, man, I think we have more in common than we do apart. How about...
Sort of a one punch man effect.
Sort of, yeah. Very anime right now.
Yeah.
For a quote-unquote defect, he's done,
Slacker.
well, yeah, but he's also, he can take a punch.
I've been looking for you.
Holy crap!
Oh, the next
Very
set of
mediocre
stuff.
across the board.
Your scores there? B, 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 B.
Yeah.
A, B, B. We, the next scene, is it going to go into it immediately before you get to the save point? I think it will.
Yeah, I think it
little
will too.
cutscene.
Previous
Before you get to the couch, yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush.
How about...
Like an episode.
Yeah.
I've been looking for you.
Holy...
Yeah, definite Terminator reference there. I like to play with
Sorry,
the...
didn't mean to frighten you, little guy.
goggles make you come on strong, sir. Huh? Your plans, young man, often seem to fail. Perhaps you lack the leadership qualities you think you have.
That's my buddy Cinnamon.
All the photos on the monitors is just the
matter how
moment he
much
got
it
punched.
This is surprisingly entertaining.
Kai, don't be dead!
Macaron, I presume?
I don't... Okay. Let's see if where it's saved.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Probably, yeah, previously on Hi-Fi Rush. Or not.
We'll see.
Yeah, the thing I wish it did better was a little more flexible.
Previously on High.
Previously on X-Men.
How
about...
I mean, I feel like X-Men did that before. Not did that, but like, X-Men was the one that was like previously on X-Men.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the only show to do that in that voice, but I feel like that's what it might be calling back to.
Oh no, there were tons of shows that did that. Last time on.
Yeah, last time on, but X-Men was specifically previously on X-Men. All right, I think that's good for now, especially given how choppy the
stream is.
The stream is pretty bad.
Rough state. Yeah,
pretty.
I feel like it might have been
I'll
better
do
in the
our
past.
duo mode, so it's not as choppy.
Yeah.
Exit the game. I wonder if this will exit the stream. If that.
Oh yeah, Tevia says that Spider-Man may also have done that.
Yeah, it might have. I can't remember how Spider-Man continued their.
Last time on Beast Wars. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, a lot of them had like especially episodic content would do that.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z did it too, in the American one. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Dragon, up the Dragon Ball Z.
So I was ahead of my time, man. Everyone gave me crap in school for enjoying that. I was just, 10, 15 years too early.
Yeah, 10, 15 years too old. So
I mean, even still, like junior high school kids are aware that even today, like enjoy that. College kids and it's across the board now, but
yeah, but I'm just saying, like it took the geek movement to like permeate pop culture before people were like, okay, if we can like superheroes, then we can like Dragon Balls. And I still, I mean, like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, that kind of mainstreamed anime
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon did a big thing too for a bit.
Ish. Like I still feel like our generation's like Sailor Moon,
I think
Warriors, Dragon Ball, original Dragon Ball Z, and then Pokemon very early on.
Yeah, I think Pokemon is so Dragon Ball Z is definitely male oriented. I think where if you look at gender, there may be a split where more boys enjoyed Dragon Ball and more girls enjoyed Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
I definitely watched it. I mean, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball were basically back to back growing up, and it was like the only cartoons on in the morning during the week. So at like 6:30 in the morning.
I feel like Dragon Ball Original was on super early on Saturdays before like the regular cartoon lineup.
Yeah.
And I think the local station was like, because I didn't have cable, was like Dragon Ball. And Sailor Moon was on in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And so was Ronin Warriors, which I don't think you watched, but I watched a bit of.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah,
basically... Sure. Yeah. I mean, I definitely know. I know a lot of Tevia mentions that they also think that girls enjoyed Sailor Moon, but they didn't watch it themselves. I only brought this up because I was recently in a conversation with a woman who was like, "Yeah, I watched Sailor Moon growing up, and this is what like here are the characters I remember and everything." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing episodes of it, but I never really watched it.
Yeah.
Because
well, to be fair, back then, the West was not super big into showing episodic content in a way where it made sense day to day. Dragon Ball Z, they did do it when there were new episodes coming out, but like I don't recall there being shows where they would show it Monday through Friday, like, oh, okay, Saturday afternoon, Monday through Friday in these slots, and you get, exactly the episodes you want. I feel like even X-Men, where there were like continued episodes, sometimes the next episode you saw was not the continuation of the previous one. At least it felt that way.
Generally speaking, they weren't. It was like Batman animated series. Basically, each episode was its own singular arc. However, you would have like 1 to 2 episodes. It's actually a lot like Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop's the same way. You have like a longer arc over the whole series, but basically each episode is begins and ends, with the exception of like maybe 2 or 3 episodes in the series. Or like,
I think he did. I think they did that with Samurai Champloo as well.
Yes, I don't remember Champloo as much as I remember Bebop.
Yeah,
but yeah. Dragon Ball was more like just continuous. It's like a soap opera, animated soap opera.
Yep. Yeah, Tevye mentioned that Sailor Moon has potentially made a comeback to being on Netflix. I would believe it.
I didn't know that it was on Netflix. Yeah. I mean, anime in general is making a comeback. Although I still feel like my nieces and nephews.
There's so much of it. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they need to be a little older, but like, God, there is so much content now. If you have like Crunchyroll or I mean, even Amazon and Netflix have buckets of it, but like Crunchyroll and Funimation have so much content, so much anime on them now. It's just it's overwhelming. I've seen, my brother has it. I've seen his like he's showing me some of the stuff, and I'm like, God, I don't even, where do you even know where to begin? So much stuff.
My answer is don't even try to start.
Yeah, right.
And that's how I am. It's like most media, I'm just like, ugh. Unless people have, like, I'm in the position where it's, I don't have time to watch most of it, and so
a fraction.
It's like I have a fraction of time to see all that, or I'll find other things to occupy my time. Yeah. So I will only watch the things that multiple people have been like, oh, you have to see this.
Like One Punch Man.
Huh?
Like One Punch Man.
I know One Punch Man is good to people, but I still have not watched it, and I probably will refuse to watch it because I think I've been burnt by anime at this point. I'm like, I know anime can be good. I know there's stuff out there, but so much of it does not gel with me.
Man, that could potentially be true with One Punch Man. I was so done, like, after watching through Naruto and a bunch of Bleach and a few other anime, I was like, you know what? I am done. I feel like the stories are rehashing now. It's all the same thing. Power, like Bleach became Dragon Ball with just continuing power level stuff and just less interesting on the the deeper like lore. Naruto dodged that by having interesting like surprise things in the lore that came out to give a backstory as to why something was a big bad thing or whatever, instead of just, oh, they're more powerful. Like they just dug deeper and became more strong. So, but like One Punch Man throws all it like makes fun of all that stuff. And I was in a conversation with a friend who was like, we were talking about anime, and I had explaining exactly what I'm explaining now, and he was like, "You have to watch One Punch Man because it is a counter argument to all of that." I was like, or actually an argument against all of that. In and of itself, the story makes fun of those things.
Yeah, Tevye, by the way, mentions that he's got some recommendations, or they've got some recommendations. My Hero Academia, Spy X Family, and Demon Slayer are recommendations for animes to watch. I still I don't know. I there's just like I know, like, because this is my issue with like people like, oh, superhero movies are all the same. You're like, they could be, but I'll still watch them mostly because like I grew up instead of reading manga, I read comic books, and so Spider-Man, X-Men, those sort of things are like, even though like some of them can be real bad, I'll be like, I'll at least watch it once, and I can find good in it, even though some of it's really awful. And I didn't grow up with any manga or anime except for watching I think Dragon Ball
and
mostly
Pokemon.
just Dragon Ball. Honestly, I was watching Dragon Ball as a kid. Like on Saturday mornings, they'd have like the original series on TV, and I was just like, this is so weird. But even those like never really stuck with me. I couldn't stick with Dragon Ball Z, even though you loved it. All those, mostly because I think the soap opera format, especially with the amount of episodes that they'll have in a season, just does not work for me.
Oh, well. I think One Punch Man is only 12 or 13 episodes in a season, I think.
Yeah. I bet it is.
So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Cowboy Bebop, I watched all Cowboy Bebop, but Cowboy Bebop does not follow that formula. That is straight up like American cartoon with Japanese style.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. What are we talking about now?
Not sure.
Just anime. Well, do you want to wrap it up?
I think that's probably a good move. And we'll try to, before we play a game again, we'll see if we can do something to shore up the power. Or at least if we play another PC game. We can do another PlayStation game, that would work fine, but
yeah, I guess like maybe doing PlayStation would serve us better for streaming.
For now,
I think the PlayStation hardware better handles it than the PC I have. So, all right, well, thanks Tevya and anybody else who followed along with us and panned through the
slideshow,
really choppy slideshow of a gameplay. I guess we won't be on next week, but maybe the week after.
Yep.
Thanks for following. If you like this stuff, just like and subscribe. And I will see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.